Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we discuss an important topic that is focus on languages. Subordinate clauses. The key to writing successful complex sentences is to learn how to incorporate subordinate clause. These can be placed at different points in the sentence in order to achieve different effects. Sometimes these effects can be quite subtle, but they add to the meaning of the passage. Imagine that we are writing a horror story. Which of these two clauses would you choose and why? He entered the room whistling a cheerful tune. Whistling a cheerful tune, he entered the room. The choice of where to put the subordinate clause is often more important in persuasive texts than in other types. For instance, here is a lawyer addressing the jury in a murder trial. He does it in one of the two sentences, which is more effective. Despite what some may think, that man did not commit the murder. The man, despite what some may think, did not commit the murder. By beginning the sentence with that man and embedding the clause, the lawyer makes this case more persuasive. Contemporary writers often seek to simplify sentences in order to give their writing fast pace. However, writers from the 19th century and earlier preferred the complex sentence, which demands a great deal of attention from the reader. The extract that follows is a good example of this kind of writing. Silas Marner, an unmarried weaver, finds a baby girl unburdened on the doorstep. He decides to adopt her. It was clear that Eppie, with her short toddling steps, must lead Father Silas a pretty dance on any fine morning when circumstance favored mischief. For example, he had wisely chosen a broad strip of linen as a means of fastening her to his loom when he was busy. It made a broad belt round her waist and was long enough to allow her reaching the truckle bed and sitting down on it, but not long enough for her to attempt any dangerous climbing. One bright summer's morning, Silas had been more engrossed than usual in setting up a new piece of work, an occasion on which his sessions were in equations. These sessions, owing to an special warning of dollies, had been kept carefully out of Eppie's reach, but the click of them had a peculiar attraction for her ear, and watching the result of that click, she had derived the philosophic lesson that the same cause would produce the same effect. Silas had seated himself at his room, and the noise of the waving had begun, but he had left his sessions on a ledge which Eppie's arm was long enough to reach, and now, like a small mouse watching her opportunity, she stole quietly from her corner, secured the cursors, and toddled to the bed again, sitting up her back as a mode of concealing the fact. She had a distinct intention as to the use of this essence, and having cut the linen stripe in a judged but effectual manner in 2 moments, she had run out of the open door where the sunshine was inviting her. While poor Silas believed her to be a better child than usual, it was not until he happened to need his scissors that the terrible fact burst upon him. Apis had run out by herself, had perhaps fallen into the stone pit. Silas, shaken by the worst fear that could have befallen him, rushed out, calling Apis, and ran eagerly about the enclosed space, exploring the dry cavities into which she might have fallen, and then gazing with questioning dread at the smooth red surface of the water. The cool drops stood on his brow. How long style and got into the fields where he habitually took her to strolls. But the grass was high in the meadow, and there was no discrying her, if she were there, except by close search that would be a trespass on Mr. Ogwood's crop. Still, that mismanners must be committed, and poor Silas, after peering all round the headgears, traversed the grass, beginning with perhaps vision to see Eppie's behind every group of red stroller and to see her moving always further off as he approached.